What's up, guys? It's George from Light of NYC, and today we have a very special business highlight. Guess what? DATS Deli, the home of the Mac Patty. Guys, he has NYC by storm, and he's made millions selling patties. Come see what he's up to. Yes, sir. Home of the Mac Patty. Josh, what's good, my boy?
Brother, good to see you.
This is the owner of DATS Deli, the creator of the Mac Patty. So, Josh, tell us how you started and just a little bit about your background.
So I started DATS Deli because my father, he's been a chef his whole entire life, working for other people. They didn't, appreciate him, and they didn't value him. Dad, you're the sauce here. They need you more than you need them. You could do all of this by yourself. It took me literally from 17 years old to 29 years old to save up the money. I never gave up on that dream throughout the whole time. I want to have a store for me and my family because I know what my father could do. As time went on, I seen how my brother is with management because he worked at so many stores and how people treated him. And then my little sister, how she bust her ass. It's like, if my family had their own store, we'd run it so good because we're all just bosses in our own way. Right. I got the store and it changed my whole entire life, I knew I wanted to get a store for my dad, for him to serve his food, for the world to know it's his cooking,
What is the hardest part about being a business owner?
The hardest part about being a business owner for me, since it's a family business, it's working with family always, It's a blessing and it's a curse because at the end of the day, I love working with my family. I wouldn't switch it for anything. Me and my sister could have a big argument right now, but tomorrow morning she will be at the store,
because she knows it's for the betterment of the family.
Exactly.
That's different.
If it's a stranger, they ain't showing back up.
They ain't showing back up.
It's one thing I love about it, but then the bad thing about it is I'm little brother still, to my big brother and my big sister.
You're the big little brother.
Yeah. It's hard to be boss and then those other things also,
Of course. So tell me a little bit of the Mac Patty. Like, how did you create this generation? Because right now you got New York City on lock. You're the number one deli in New York, hands down. Call my bluff. But number one, like, how did you create that Mac Patty?
When I first got the deli, I knew we needed to be different because there's so many delis in New York.
Delis in New York.
So I knew we needed something different. It has so many Caribbean spots out here. I knew I needed something different to push his food also. So every day I was coming up with something different. First it was chopped cheeses on the butter flop, and then it was roti wraps, like roti burritos with the rice and the macaroni and the chicken curry or different, goat curry, oxtail, whatever it was. But nothing seemed like this is it. Nothing was sticking. Literally one night, just for myself, I was hungry. I love putting cheese in my beef patty. My dad used all the cheese. Let me just take some of the mac and cheese and put it in the beef patty. And when I did that, I cut it open. It looked so good. I was like, yo, sis, post this on Instagram. We're going viral.
What does it really cost you to make a Mac Patty? Like, we know the profit margins is probably crazy, but what does it really cost you to make one beef patty?
So it depends. A plain beef patty, it costs us anywhere from probably $1 the most to make
a dollar to make it,
probably
and
like
then you sell
50
it
cents.
50 cents, and you sell it for how much?
That's just for the plain beef patty. And then we'll sell that back for like $4.
Oh, it's over 100% margin.
Exactly. Food is always like that because you always got to look at the things that could go bad. There's so much cost other than that. Like, people don't think about all the little things like this and napkins and forks that all cost money. All that gets added into that. When it's time for me to take home, it's really not much. I have to pay everybody. I gotta make sure bills are paid. I gotta make sure I have all this stuff for the store. And then I take care of myself. But it's so worth it. I'm 32. I go to work, I see my mom, my dad, my uncle. At this age, we take that for granted. I see my mom every day. I see my dad every day. I see my uncle every day. It's a great feeling. We curse, we laugh, we have fun, we eat. It's all the same thing. Like, where I tell people all the time, when you come into DATS, into any of my locations, you're coming into my house.
And you got three locations now, right?
Yeah, so our third location's about to open up this week. That's in Times Square. So one of the first futuristic food courts over there. So you just walk in and it's just kiosks and you see the restaurants that's available there. You pick your order and we're gonna make it downstairs, brought right up to a window there. And that's gonna be the Times Square location. We have our 69 Clinton location, that's in the Lower East Side. That was our second location we opened up. This is the first, and then we're gonna be opening up in Florida also. The Times Square location it's basically the future. I'm taking a risk again. I don't know how good it's gonna work out, but I'm looking at it and I'm saying, this is the future, There's no people.
There's no people, so it's basically go to the kiosk, right? Like the same thing like McDonald's. You go to McDonald's, cool, your order comes, boom, that's it.
Exactly, but
That's
there's
crazy.
multiple restaurants.
Wow.
And it's like it's literally in the middle of Times
Yeah.
Square. It's one of the first ones there, and I'm like, you know what, I might as well jump on it and see how it goes.
Wow. So with all the trials that you've been through, everything that you've been through, like what is the advice that you would give to your younger self?
My advice to my younger self right
Yeah.
now, just keep doing what you did. It got you where you had to be. Just always keep faith, because
Keep
that's
faith.
what I was doing.
Yeah.
My grandma taught me something at a very young age, and it's something that stuck with me throughout life, because she passed and all her lessons just stayed with me throughout life. It was, if you don't listen, you're gonna feel.
If you can't hear, you must feel. Yeah.
You know,
That's a
Caribbean shit.
yeah, yo, damn, like I really created this mac patty. Boom, that's when the light bulb goes off.
when you're running a business and you open these doors,
Yeah.
it's like taking on a whole new family.
Yeah.
I have people that I just met when I got this store from this neighborhood. Now I have so much people that's like my family on this block, you know, that I see every day. Hey, how you doing? Everything's okay, you need something? Give out, you know, give food to people. But this is the community that started building me before I even went viral. I'm blessed because my business went viral within the first 3 months I opened it. You know, that I went super viral too. I didn't go just regular viral. I was every fucking way. And it's like, it's
Everywhere.
a blessing. It's such a blessing. Like up to now, I still like
Yeah.
get emotional over it. I remember before that 3 months, it was my community here keeping my lights on. Those were the people that helped me spread the word of the Mac Patty when it first came out.
That's why you were able to expand into other shit.
And to keep going, you know what I'm saying? I got so much people behind me. You know how they say it takes a village?
Yeah.
That's how, to have a successful business, it's not just one person. I don't care how greedy that person wants to seem and full of himself and say it's just me. It can never be you to have a successful business. You know, you gotta always be grateful for the machine that runs the business, you know? All the pieces that's there.
Sure.
Like my mother, she literally quit her job. Everything about to be good for her if she stayed, you know what I'm saying? She seen the store go viral and she said, I don't want to see you stressed out. I'd rather come work at this store with you and work for our family than work for somebody else.
The times that you feel like giving up, when you have that in the back of your head, how could you give up?
I don't think about giving up no more. That's not even in my mind no more is giving up. I can't think about giving up. It takes one person in the family to think bigger. I'm not just worried about this. I'm worried about generations to come.
It's bigger than us. It's not about us.
It's like the Ford family, the first motherfucker in the Ford family. You know, all he had to do to put on for his family, all the sacrifices he had to make.
Feeding them forever.
And now it's feeding them forever. It takes one person to make those sacrifices.
Yeah. So right now you are making what?
Right now I'm making the original Mac Patty. This
original
is just a
Mac.
beef
So this is the
patty
OG. This is what took us over to the top.
No, so this is what got us with our store getting busy.
Okay.
A lot of people forget that before the oxtail patty was even here, we first just launched a beef patty with just macaroni.
Just mac. Okay.
And that's what got the store busy.
Gotcha.
And then a girl came in and she said, hey, can you throw some oxtail gravy on there for me? And I was like, yeah. And then my mom was like, you know, you could charge her more for that. And I was like, okay. So then the guy behind her was like, hey, throw some oxtail gravy on there for me. And I was like, okay. So the next day I had a next influencer come in. I'm like, yo, mom, instead of the beef patty with macaroni, we're gonna put beef patty, macaroni, and oxtail, jerk chicken, goat curry, whatever they want.
Yeah.
And then that's what changed everything.
So is this cocoa bread? Is that
okay? So this is butterflop.
So what's the difference between cocoa bread and
It's a close cousin to cocoa bread, but see the thing with the butterflop, if you take a look at it, you see the lines of butter inside of it. So a cocoa bread, you'll never see that.
Okay.
A cocoa bread is more thick. This is just more soft and savory. Has way more butter in it. And I just like, I feel like it meshes better with the patty because sometimes the cocoa bread is way too thick, you know? A little bit more soft. And then this is a Guyanese bread too, so, you know? This is like, when you look at a Mac patty.
The Mac is Mac.
Yeah, the Mac is Mac.
Yeah.
When you look at a Mac patty though, you gotta look at it like this. So the butterflop comes from Guyana. The Jamaican beef patty comes from Jamaica. Macaroni comes from America. And then the oxtail is the Caribbean. So this is just a big, big fusion, you know, it's a big fusion meal.
So how much does it cost you to make this kind of patty right
here?
So
this patty right here, so you gotta think, so the beef patty, that's $1. The butterflop, that's about 50 cents. And then the mac and cheese is very expensive now because dairy. Okay. Cheese and milk is very expensive. So that's like the one thing that kills us is our mac and cheese because we don't skimp on the mac and cheese. We try to make good mac and cheese. So the mac and cheese, a scoop like this probably costs like $2.
Total probably cost us like $4. $4 to make the mac patty.
A patty, and we sell it for $9.
$9. Okay, that's good margins right there.
And then if you add oxtail, that puts the price up even more, because now we're at $16. Jerk chicken, then you're at $13, because chicken is a little bit cheaper than oxtail though, of course. So you get any mac patty with chicken, $13. Any mac patty with oxtail, $16. And then go curries, around the same thing as the oxtail, and then shrimp is like right around the same thing also.
And you back it up.
And then just pack it up. That's how we first started. And the day I made it, I looked at my little sister and I said, yo, we're going viral. This is it. She said, nobody's gonna come in the store and eat a beef patty with macaroni and cheese. And it kind of discouraged me a little, because I'm like, it tastes so good though. Why do you think no one's gonna get this? But the next day, a girl came into this store the next morning, literally. She said, hey, are you guys the place that sells the beef patty with the macaroni and cheese? I said, yeah, you want one? I didn't even have a price yet. First one I'm ever gonna sell. I was like, yeah, you want one? She's like, yeah, how much? I'm like, $5? And you know, it just went on from there.
That's what's up. On average, like how many Uber Eats order do you get a day?
We do Uber, Grubhub, and DoorDash. Those are all different entities. I know some people would feel like if you have Uber, it's the same as DoorDash and Grubhub, but you know, some people are religiously stuck to the apps that they use, right? Some people will not download Grubhub or DoorDash. They're only using Uber Eats. That's crazy. Some people only use DoorDash, you know? That's why I try to make sure I have all of them. It's a different form of revenue every week from each different one.
From each revenue.
And you'll be surprised, it has a lot of people that prefer one than the other. Some days we'll get lots of Uber orders. Colder days, like the bad days outside, I feel like we get a lot of online orders. But then the days that's nice, I feel like we get more
walk-in traffic. What's the most amount of money that you've made in a single day by selling patties?
It was around like $8,000 in one day. And I was surprised, because when we first got this store, I was so stressed out. The lady that owned it before, the neighborhood really didn't mess with it that much. When I got into the store, I was barely making $200 a day. And it was depressing, because you know, I just spent all my money I've saved my whole life on the store. I thought I was gonna be making my money back. Little behold, that's why the lady sold me the store, is because it really wasn't profiting her. So she was like, let me get off to this dumb kid real fast, get some money, and I survive it. But the dumb kid made something out of it, you know? And I made it strive from what it was. And we went from making $200 a day to our highest day, $8,000, $9,000. And then on average now, we make anywhere from a good day, we can make $3,000. On a regular day, it's anywhere like $1,500.
Is that just one location?
That's just one location.
That's
and then
it.
We have our other location and our next location.
That's what's up, man. That's business success right there. Bro, you have that vision, it's like...
Yeah, that's the next thing. You know, when you have a vision in life, or your dream, whatever it is, you know, you gotta stick to it. You never know when it's gonna come true, but as long as you stick to it, it could definitely probably happen. It's when you give up is when your dreams don't come true.
Would you be open to franchising?
Right now, I'm not doing franchising, because I want to keep everything close to the family, and I could keep my eyes on everything. And if I don't like something, I could change it right away. And I have no one that has say other than me, because I love my business, because I made it for nothing, and I don't want it to be ruined by somebody else. And the only people I'll allow to put a scar on it is my brothers and sisters, you know? So those are gonna be all the people that run it.
I'm gonna bust this down right now, because I got the jerk chicken mac patty for a reason, because I don't even really be eating crazy. Like this is beyond my element. Bumbleclot.
You like it?
It's really good.
It is so much softer than a cocoa bread. All right, guys, so this is your boy Joshua Dat from DATS Deli. And, you know, just keep faith, guys. Anything is possible. You see, there's two brothers here that started from nothing, and, you know, we made our dreams come true, and we're constantly every day pushing to make our dreams keep coming true. And just remember, no matter where you are today, it could be completely different in the future. You just got to keep working towards it, right, brother?
Let's go. Light of NYC. Let's
go.
Light of NYC. Let's get it.